Hey guys, it's Tahira, and today I'm doing a book haul. Today I'm doing my spring book haul, which is all the books I got in the months of March, April, and May. I think I mentioned this before, but I don't do monthly hauls anymore because I don't get enough books in a month to make a whole video about it, so I just collect books over a season and then do a video at the end of the season talking about all the books I got. But yeah, without further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. The first book I got, which I'm so excited about, is A Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi. Children of Blood and Bone, I know absolutely nothing about. I have absolutely no idea, except I know that the cover is absolutely gorgeous. I've been hearing nothing but rave reviews about this. All the booktubies have been giving it 5 stars and they've been saying it's amazing, and I hope I really love it as well. So the next 3 books I got actually from a library sale. I was volunteering there, and after my shift I could go and buy some books, and every book was like $1, so I picked up 3. The first book I got is actually not YA, and that is How to Be a Boss by Lily Singh. I love Lily Singh. Like, I watch her vlogs every day and I watch all her videos and I love her, and so I had to get this book. I was actually waiting for the price to drop on Amazon because it's really expensive, and I found it on this library book sale for $1, so I had to get it. Basically, How to Be a Boss is a self-help book with little like advice from her of how to succeed. As it says right here, it's a guide to not just surviving life but conquering it, which as I think I really need. I don't know, it's just a book I wanted to read, so I picked it up and I'm excited for it. I really want to get to it soon. The next book I got from the library sale was A Thousand Splendid Sun by Khalid Hosseini. At the sale I was actually looking for The Kite Runner by the same author, but I couldn't find it, but I found this one instead, so I decided to pick it up because I wanted to read this too, but I just wanted to read Kite Runner more, but I didn't find that, so I just got this one. I think this book talks about the war in Afghanistan and the repercussions of that and the effects and the impact of that on the people, and I'm really excited about it and I can't wait to read it because I've heard it's so sad and so good. And the third and last book I got from the library sale was A Great and Terrible Beauty by Libba Bray. I've been wanting to read this book for quite a while now, and it's just this is my first Libba Bray book actually. I've heard it's about a school. I don't know much more than that, and I don't really want to know much more, so yeah. The fourth book I got in spring was a book that I've already read, and that is Obsidio by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff. Obsidio is the finale for the Illuminae files, which includes Illuminae and Gemina. I really enjoyed it. I gave it 4.5 I think to 5 out of 5 stars. I really enjoyed it. I think it was a good finale, not completely satisfactory, but I think it was still pretty good, and I wrapped up the series nicely. The next book I've also already read, and that is The Astonishing Color of After by Emily X.R. Pan. The Astonishing Color of After is a really great, sad, beautiful novel. It's already made it to my top favorites of the whole year. I loved it that much. I went in not expecting anything and it blew my mind. I loved it so much. If you haven't read it, I highly recommend that you do because it's so good. The next book I've also already read, and that is Rebel of the Sands by Alwyn Hamilton. Rebel of the Sands is a fantasy novel following Amani Al-Hiza, who is an orphan female in the city of Duskwalk, and she wants to leave this city, and basically this foreign guy comes along and he's going to another city, so she tags along with him like every other YA novel. It was very cliche. I don't have much to say about it. It was very cliche, like a very cliche YA novel, and I wasn't phenomenal, it wasn't great, it wasn't spectacular, it was just okay, so I gave it like 3.5 out of 5 stars. The next book I have not read yet, but I'm really excited to, and I'm going to start it very soon, and that's The Assassin's Blade by Sarah J Maas. I have not read The Assassin's Blade. I've read the whole Throne of Glass series twice actually, and I haven't read The Assassin's Blade, even though I meant to, because the price on Amazon was like $15 or something, or $14, and I was like, let's let it drop a bit, but it never did. And then I went to Half Price Books and I found this for like $5 I think, and I had to get it because I love Sarah J Maas. Yes, I can love Sarah J Maas, okay? I love her writing. Her books are problematic, very problematic at times. I think you're allowed to like a book as long as you acknowledge the problematic factors of it, but yes, I'm gonna be not the first one to say I really like Sarah J Maas, but yes, I can see the problematic aspects of her book. I'm hoping to do a Throne of Glass reread this summer in preparation for Kingdom of Ash that's coming out in October, and I'm gonna start with The Assassin's Blade and read it for the first time, and I'm really excited. Next book book I've also already read. That is Dear Martin by Nick Stone. Dear Martin is a novel I've already talked about before. I've already read it and I think it was amazing. It was so raw and heartbreaking at times, but it really brought up the issue of racial justice in America. Dear Martin follows this boy, Justice McAllister, who is Ivy League bound, and one night he is handcuffed because he is helping a friend. He is let go, but that situation rattles him and it leads him to question a lot of things. So he starts a journal to Martin Luther King Jr., which is why the book is titled Dear Martin. Anyway, if you haven't read this book, I highly recommend it because it's so raw and heartbreaking, and I would call it like, I've heard it as like the little brother of The Hate U Give, and I can kind of agree with that. But if you haven't read it, or if you've read The Hate U Give and you haven't read this, I think you'll really like it. And if you've read this but haven't read The Hate U Give, I think you'll really like that because they're very similar in the topics it discusses. What I'm trying to say, it's a very important book and I loved it. If you haven't read it, you should. The next book I have not read, and that is War Storm by Victoria Aveyard. War Storm is the fourth and final book to the Red Queen Quartet series. I have no idea what to call it, but I've been really wanting to read it. The only reason I haven't is because it's really big, you guys. It's like 600 pages and I just haven't had the motivation to pick up a 600-page book right now, but I will soon. The second to last book I got in spring is From Twinkle with Love by Sandhya Menon, and the ARC copy of that. The reason why I have an ARC is, no, I was not sent it. Like, no, like look at my view count and look at my subscriber count. I was not sent an ARC of this book, but someone on Twitter was kindly doing a giveaway for this book to get it into a Own Voices reviewer, and I said that I'm Pakistani American and I really relate closely to the Indian culture, and she sent it to me, and this is so nice of her. Her name is Mary. I don't know her username, but thank you, Mary, for sending me this ARC. And then I went to the book signing for Sandhya Menon and I got this book signed, so I got the finished copy there. Yes, I've already read this book. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars, I think. I really enjoyed it. Not as much as When Dimple Met Rishi, but it's a fun rom-com and it's perfect for the summer, and I read it at the exact time I needed to. I was in the middle of finals and I needed a light book to get me out of a slump, and this was the perfect book and it's perfect for the summer. The last book I got in the spring, which I'm really excited for, is Fury Born by Clara Legrand. This cover, so gorgeous. Like, the cover gods have blessed this book. Fury Born is a fantasy novel that is, I'm pretty sure it's young adult. I'm not sure. Some people have said that it is young adult, but it is actually adult or new adult, maybe like older YA in terms of like mature content. This follows the main character Riel, and when assassins ambush her best friend, the Crown Prince, she accidentally reveals that she is able to perform all 7 kinds of elemental magic. The only people that are able to possess this power are the 2 queens, the prophesized queens, the Sun Queen and the Blood Queen. She is to prove that she is the Sun Queen by going through 7 trials and trying to survive before the trials kill her. Then there's another main character, 1,000 years later, that's a bounty hunter. 1,000 years later, this legend or myth of Riel is all a story. Then I think her mother disappears and she's going to find her, and a lot of stuff goes down. I'm really excited for this book. I have heard nothing but good things from a lot of people. A lot of big people have been giving it so many great reviews, and I'm really excited about it. I know I've been saying excited for like every book, but it's a book haul. Like, what are you supposed to say? You haven't read the book. You're just supposed to say how excited you are, and there are only so many synonyms for excited. Anyway, that is my spring book haul. Let me know down below what's your favorite book that you got in the season of spring, I guess. But yeah, that is it for this video. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.